Is this a signal that New Delhi is being forced to hedge against Trump's unpredictable trade war?
So I think what the Indians are doing, because they have no choice, right? There are only two big players, right? It's only China and America. So if America puts pressure on you, it's classic game theory. You have to either align with China or pretend. And perhaps that is what Modi is doing, right? Pretend that now you are mending fences with the Chinese and you're welcoming the Chinese at the
Why
highest
do you
level.
think this is pretending?
Well, because it's in game theory, you send signals. So America is not. So America is China's enemy, rival, whatever. And America is kind of India's friend, but it's offering now India tough love. So it's pressuring India. And so poor India has no choice but to at least go through the motion of saying, if you push me too hard, don't do it, please, Donald. If you push me too hard, I will embrace China all the way. So
This is
it's
what's happening now.
yeah,
This
it's
is what
happening
we
now.
can see now.
They're sending signals. So what's happening to India is unfair. So in my personal opinion, what's happening to India now is unjustified, unfair. It may go against the long-term interest of America itself. There's one reason, I think, why Trump is doing it anyway. It's the following. So we now live in the age of geoeconomics.
Yeah.
What does it mean, the age of geoeconomics? The old barriers separating from on the one hand, the world of geopolitics, foreign policy, military, national security. And on the other hand, the world of trade, finance, the stock exchange, investment. That wall is collapsing because of Trump, but also because of the Chinese Politburo, right? Chairman Xi Jinping. So the Chinese and the Americans now, in the past 6-7 months, they both became players in that new game based on geoeconomics. So what Trump does, he looks at big blue chip companies, and by the way, Microsoft, for example, is led by an Indian or a dual Indian-American citizen, right? And many of these big Silicon Valley companies are alumni of the Ivy League universities of Mumbai, Delhi, etc. So these companies, including Apple, what do? They have transferred during the Biden era, they have transferred many of their factories of iPhones, for example, away from China, and they have built giant factories in India, which makes sense. And now Trump is saying, wait a minute, why don't you build giant factories in Oklahoma, in Pennsylvania, the voters in the Rust Belt, in the American Rust Belt and Corn Belt, in Illinois, Michigan, Pennsylvania.
On US soil, yes.
They voted for me, the lower middle class American voters voted for me because I promised I would bring back factories to America. So the key word here is repatriation of long-term capital invested in Asia, and another French word, colbertism. Colbertism meaning building factories at home, not abroad. So I think that is the angle which Trump is playing here with India.